Welcome to Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Today, we got a great show lined up for you, a real show, not a reality show, about real estate, lifestyle, and culture. We're going to take you all across the country, showing you what these cities have to offer you. Let's go start the show right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
I got it. I got it.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kadick.
And I'm Brooke Wozniak.
As part of the Hutter and Stall team and one of the top producing real estate teams in Butler County, we truly love our jobs and the local communities, which is why we choose to live where we work, in Butler County. We enjoy the rural living, open farmlands, yet we have quick and easy access to shopping, dining, and it's easy to get downtown. Some people might refer to it as the sticks because they think we're a little remote, but we call it home. And today we want to share with you why we love it here.
We are here at one of our farm listings located in Penn Township, Butler County. It is 138 acres and has been in the same family for over 100 years. It is a beautiful piece of property that would be a great opportunity for a developer or single-family home. It has low Butler County taxes and all public utilities. Let's go, Carrie.
Let's go. Well, it was definitely cold today, but I had a lot of fun touring our new listing in Penn Township, Butler County. It's hard to believe we're only 25 minutes north of the city of Pittsburgh. And this area in Butler County was actually just named one of the best small towns in America by Smithsonian Magazine.
And as we've mentioned before, some people say we live in the sticks, but we sure love it here. And speaking of the sticks, let's go stop and see our friends at Stick City Brewery.
Let's go. So we're here in downtown Mars, also located in Butler County, and we are standing by one of the roadside attractions known as the Mars Spaceship or Flying Saucer. If you look above, you'll see the alien there. There are lots of aliens actually hidden around town, and it's a fun game to try to find them as you drive through Mars.
So now we're gonna head over to Stick City and meet Marilyn and Jack, our partners, and also the owners.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey Jack, hey Marilyn, thanks
Hi,
for
guys.
meeting us here.
Hey, guys.
Looks like you've already met Nick, Ron, and Elaine, the owners of Stick City Brewing. Yes. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go get you a beer.
Sounds good, let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right. So Nick, why don't you tell us about Stick City and why you chose Mars?
So Stick City, it's a family-owned and operated brewery. I work with my parents every day. And it started back in the early 90s, I guess. My dad was home brewing. Kind of growing up around that, when I got a little bit older with my sibling, my brother, we got back into the brewing thing. We're from the Butler County area originally. Mars was a ripe location for us to be. We've got family co-located, so my siblings are also involved with this and our significant others. So Mars was just the perfect fit, and they were very welcoming to us, so yeah.
Good, well we're glad to have you here in Mars. I know that you're very involved in the local community and you actually are engaged in a 1%
1% for the planet, yeah. We belong to a group called 1% for the Planet, and that's where we donate 1% of our sales, not profits, to right now local environmental non-groups like Western Pennsylvania Conservancy, PA Parks and Forest Foundation, the Glade Run Lake Conservancy, and that all ties into our vision as a company where we exist to inspire people to find ways to connect more with our wild world. So we chose Butler County. We're from here, born and raised. It's our home. It's also, you know, the whole Stick City aspect. A lot of people from the city think that all of Butler County is the Sticks. So it's just fitting for us. It's natural. We love the small town feel. Mars is an epic location for that small town feel.
We had a great day today touring our new listing in Penn Township, Butler County, and visiting our friends here at Stick City Brewing.
So cheers to Stick City.
And cheers to the Hutter Install team and everyone living their American dream. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome American Dream TV. I'm Melinda Elmer and I'm here today in beautiful Long Beach to share with you one of the oldest homes in Long Beach, Rancho Los Cerritos. I'm here with Megan McGuire. So will you tell us a little bit about the Adobe home?
Sure. Rancho Los Cerritos is an adobe home built in the 1840s when California was then part of Mexico. It was built as the headquarters for a cattle ranch and later became a sheep ranch. But you can see we preserve it today to talk about all those multiple layers of history.
So tell us about this room.
This is the foreman's room, or the mayordomo. That's the most important worker on the ranch. Since the owner lived in Los Angeles, the mayordomo is responsible for managing all the workers here. He's the only one to have his own room, his own bed. In fact, this bed is pretty neat. It has a straw mattress, and you can see it's held up by ropes. We think it comes from the idea that you pull the bed tight, right? Sleep tight,
yeah.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. We're talking about a straw mattress after all.
So tell me about this room.
This is the laundry room. I mentioned that the first owner, John Temple, had a cattle ranch here. The second owners were the Bixbys, and they had a sheep ranch here.
Okay.
They moved into the property, so all the things that had to be done, cooking and cleaning and so forth, were done for a large family. It's pretty hard work because you had to bring the water from the well, you had to heat it on a stove, then wash all the clothes. The next day, you had to heat all those irons on a stove as well. No electricity, no plumbing at this rancho.
Wow. We're sure lucky that we have everything we have today, don't we?
Especially when you try doing this at our summer camps, you see just how much work it is. The kids have fun doing it, of course, but the adults are like, that would be really hard to do laundry for an entire family, much less 30 people like they did here 100 years ago.
So what was the original purpose of the Adobe home?
So the adobe was built here in the 1840s, first as a cattle ranch, later it was a sheep ranch, and then it was a guest house, really a place where, an apartment where people rented, and then it was renovated in the 1930s. So the history is long, but it's built on land originally occupied by the Tongva, or the Gabrieleños, so they had a home here as well.
Oh, great. I'm here with Mallory Rydell, and she's here to tell us about what you as the public can do here at the Rancho.
We learned about the Adobe home with Megan, and what you can do is we actually host public hours. They're always free, and you can come and take a tour of the Adobe, learn about the history, go in those rooms. We also offer self-guided and guided tours of our historic garden. So as you can see, we are in our backyard space, which has a lot of historic trees, some that are even older than the state of California. We host private events here, so if you have a wedding, birthday party, celebration, anything that you want to gather with your friends and family here, we offer site rentals for that.
Thank you so much for showing us around.
Of course.
It's a beautiful facility.
Please come back and check us out, see what you can do here.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Welcome to 3626 Pacific Avenue. This home is listed at $1.8 million, and it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and well over 3,200 square feet. It's a beautiful home, and you definitely need to see inside. This home is located in one of the top-rated neighborhoods here in Long Beach. And one of the great features about this home is it has a 3-car garage, which is very rare here in the area, and a mother-in-law quarters. Thank you so much for visiting us today, both here at Rancho Los Cerritos and here in the Los Cerritos neighborhood. We hope you'll come visit us soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you then.
If the Amalfi Coast and the Hamptons had a baby, what you would get is Sausalito, a beautiful European vibe of a city with a cool, ritzy feel to it. Post-gold rush, you had two types of people that were coming over into this area to help develop it out. The rich and sailors. And that's what gave it its European-like feeling. And still to this day, this is regarded as one of the most European-feeling cities in the United States. Today we are really lucky because we are going to be toured around this town by its own dynamic and forward-thinking mayor, Janelle Kelman. And I'm looking forward to this, but also hear that she's very serious about her coffee and pastries, so we don't want to be late. Let's go meet up with her. Okay, Janelle, this is a very serious spread, but...
I already started.
All right, so who decides that they want to become mayor of Sausalito? How did this all come to be?
So we have 5 city council members, one of whom serves as the mayor. I've lived here for 21 years.
Amazing.
Which, yeah, it is amazing. And it feels like this small town right next to a very big town. And on the weekends, it can get even bigger. On the weekends, you can see 30,000, 40,000 people coming in town to enjoy our restaurants, our food, our views, and our people. We have beautiful parks. We have beautiful waterfront access. And then right behind us, we have the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. I realized that we didn't have a resiliency plan, a climate sustainability plan, and I was trained as an environmental lawyer. And I thought, okay, I think I can really serve here and do some good. But I threw my hat in the ring and got elected, served as the vice mayor in my first year, and now I'm the mayor.
And we're very lucky for it. So unless you've been living under a rock, the topic of this generation and of the times we're in is climate change, climate awareness. So I want to ask you, Janelle, with respect to rising sea levels, particularly here, considering that we live on the water, what is happening on this front and what are you doing about it as our leader?
Great, my favorite question, right? There are a lot of good reasons to run for public office. 2, which were near and dear to my heart, were innovation and economic diversity and planning for long-term climate resilience. And of course, with us being a waterfront community, the topic of rising seas, which leads to flooding, which leads to all sorts of public health and safety issues, is top of mind. And so what my nonprofit is designed to do is to empower local decision makers like myself in smaller communities who might not have the resources, might not have a sustainability manager or resilience director on staff, to be able to learn from one another. And so we're building a community of practice to share these learnings. We're also working on developing what are called regional advisory boards, kind of based on almost like the startup mentality that I'm gonna have a board. And when I have an issue, I'm gonna go to my office hours and I'm gonna try to figure out, can you help me solve my issues from an interdisciplinary perspective? But then also take these learnings and share them with others.
So not only is she the best dressed mayor in America, she's also one of the most creative and forward-thinking leaders, young leaders that the country is fortunate to have, and we're obviously even more lucky because she's our mayor here. So thank you, Janelle.
Thank you.
I want to thank our mayor, Janelle Kelman, again for joining me today and basically playing tour guide for all of us and the audience in this beautiful town of Sausalito. I think everybody now gets a really good idea as to why this is not only regarded as one of the most European-like cities in all of America, but also why it's so forward-thinking and trying to really make its mark as one of the leading waterfront cities in America. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode of Financing the American Dream.
Hi, I'm Jen Guidry, and welcome to Community Bible Church. A lot of people, they focus on the church, but today I'm going to show you that this place offers so much more to the community. I have a very special guest, Pastor Ed Newton, and he's going to share some things that maybe you might not know about, but should. It's going to be a great show. I know for everyone that goes here, a lot of us already know your story, but for those of you guys who are watching who don't know your story, can you just kind of briefly tell us, like, where did you start and how did you end up here in San Antonio?
Yeah, that journey begins with 2 deaf parents that are in heaven today, Ron and Libby Newton. Mm-hmm. And so as the primary communicator for my parents, I was an interpreter everywhere my mom and dad went. That was just the custom. And I was about 10 years old where I was ordering at a McDonald's. I grew up in Orlando, Florida. Mm-hmm. and a sweet, sweet, elderly African-American woman put her hand on my shoulders, and she goes, "Do you do this everywhere you go?" And as a 10-year-old would answer, I just said, "Yes, I do." And she spoke into my life. She goes, "One day God's going to greatly use you." I wasn't a Jesus follower. I didn't go to church. Churches typically don't have deaf ministries where the message is being translated into sign language. So I just found myself on this journey of trying to find my purpose in life, having no idea that my purpose in life would speak on behalf, not of just my mom and dad, but to speak on behalf of God.
And here you are.
And here I am.
Tell me about your congregation.
Well, in my humble opinion, and our people hear me say this a lot, they're a pastor's dream. Absolute pastor's dream. Man, I get emotional just thinking about our people. I needed them way more than they needed me. You know, my mom and dad are in heaven. I got no brothers and sisters. And I'm married into a sweet family. This family's become my family. Friends become family here. So this congregation, these are the two descriptors: multi-generational, multicultural. Every age and stage and phase in this place. CBC hears me say this a lot. We're like a bag of Skittles, a lot of flavor.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of everything in here.
A lot of flavor here. And for us, we always say taste the rainbow here. And so, because there's a lot of flavor in this place. So that's our family. That's the CBC family.
All right, so I've heard that you have an exciting announcement. So share with me what that is.
Yeah, this vision was, let's just call it crazy. God was so gracious to allow us to purchase this land this church has been trying to purchase for 30 years, and we just bought it. So we're calling it Champion Way, Champion Circle, Champion Point, Champion Plaza, something champion. But it'll be a retail space right overlooking the park that will create restaurants, a consignment store. Let's just say that it will create opportunities for people to have jobs. It's connected to Champion Plaza. Will be a medical clinic that will allow those that can't afford some form of health care to be able to get some basic needs taken care of. This ecosystem of live, work, and play, Champion Plaza, Champion Way, Champion Circle, Champion something, because we believe that God champions all people.
I know it might seem impossible to change the world, but you can change your part of it. Just get involved. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I'm Jen Guidry, and God bless.
Welcome to this episode of Financing the American Dream. I'm Leslie Blakowiak. We're in St. Paul, Minnesota. And I am going to show you how a baseball stadium has been transformed into a winter wonderland. From the moment you walk up the entrance, you cannot help but to smile. And by the time you are leaving, you will be glowing. Come on in, let's go see the magic. I am here with my fabulous agent, Ryan Eklund, at this amazing location. And Ryan, I am seeing a shift in the market these days, as you are too. Are you seeing it as more of a challenge or an opportunity for home buyers?
You know, I think it's a bit of both. I would say that right now, we're seeing buyers have the opportunity to go into properties and get properties oftentimes at or even slightly above that list price. They're able to get things they weren't able to get even just 6 months ago. Being able to get a home inspection and actually negotiate through that process and even ask for closing costs. So right now, I think that buyers are seeing an opportunity that in the next 6 to 9 months, maybe that opportunity might not be there.
With the talented Kathleen Scoville, and she is responsible for putting together this amazing display at the Holiday Glow Festival. It is in its 3rd year of inception, and I would like to know, Kathleen, how did it come to life?
Thanks for being here. So Glow Holiday Festival actually came to life in May of 2020. It is a light show that was brought to us From Nashville, for $8 million, we brought it up into the Greater Twin Cities. Randy Levy, who's one of the biggest promoters here in the Greater Twin Cities area, is the one who brought it up here. 60 semis full of lights.
60?
60
Oh my
semis, I know.
gosh.
So, and this is just the beginning of what's here. And we're really about celebrating light and love and the goodness of humankind and the holidays. So every ticket that's purchased, $1 goes back to a charity that we have lots of charity partners with. I didn't create this, it was a team that really created this. At the end of the day, there's anywhere from, when we're a lean, mean team, there's about 8 of us on staff, but when we're building, there's probably close to 35, 40 people on staff. Glow is built with a number of freelancers, and I don't think people realize how when you have a common understanding of giving back to the greater good, how we all come together and really make it come to life. There's something really magical about that.
Yeah.
You may see it on paper, but when you have the essence of it and your core value is about celebrating the goodness of people, it's amazing what can happen. We're also making sure that there's life to build beyond just Glow. It's really a lot of integration and a lot of synergy to make that integration happen. And we're all about building the community within the Greater Twin Cities. So those alliances are important because we're all coming back to the city. We're all coming back to celebrate. We're all coming back to make sure that everyone's taking care of it and is still having a good time.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this amazing program that you guys have here.
Thank
this is
you.
awesome.
It's fun. I want people to come and enjoy and celebrate the holidays and have a good time. I mean, what's not to love about a light show?
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me behind the scenes on this episode of Financing the American Dream. See you next time.
Bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. Bada boom, 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 boom. Just do what I do, bada bing.
In 1886, the St. Paul Winter Carnival was born when a reporter visited Minnesota in the winter and reported that it was as uninhabitable as living in Siberia. The St. Paul today hosts the festival as one of the longest running winter festivals in the United States. Over the years, the festival has taken on a life of its own and incorporated all the local businesses. So it's really a community celebration. So here we are, 136 years later, about to check out all of the fun that you can experience at the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Let's do it. Well, my team has been having a boatload of fun at the Winter Carnival, checking out all the events. And Sherry, who works for my team, her family has personally been involved with the carnival for like 100 years. So tell us about your history in getting involved with the carnival.
Sure. My grandma used to march in the parades when she was a young girl, so back as early as the 1940s. And yeah, I can't believe that it's been almost 100 years that our family will have been involved now. My grandpa was a King's Guard in the 1960s, and some of my earliest childhood memories are with my grandparents and with my parents coming down and doing some of the fun events for Winter Carnival. I remember being a little girl and being in Rice Park and all of the snow sculptures and seeing the Vulcans and being scared of them, but then finding out that they're just these great guys that bring summer to St. Paul. So
yeah. Tell me, I know that you were involved in the royalty as well in a couple different ways. So tell us about your journey personally with Winter Carnival.
Sure. So personally, my grandma got me involved in the royalty program in the early 1990s, where I was able to be a junior princess, which is a really great program for youth in the city of St. Paul.
Yeah, I love how the carnival has been such a part of your family's journey, as well as so many other families within the St. Paul community. And Deb Safi with Remax, I know that this is your first year being involved with Winter Carnival. You're on the selection committee for the Queen of Snows, correct?
Yes, it was such an exciting time. It was so cool to be involved in a 135-year-old tradition.
And how do you find events like this impacting the local real estate community, Deb?
Well, I think that it's really amazing to think that during that 10-day period, 250,000 people are going to attend events in the area, and it is something that's known nationwide. It has a lot of history, and also I think that it really brings the whole feeling of community to St. Paul, and people feeling like they are involved in an opportunity to give back, and that's really important to people in today's world.
Well, let's get back outside, check out more of what the carnival has to offer.
Finally feel alive. Finally feel alive.
We've seen the city of St. Paul take on the true shape of Minnesota nice today, exploring all of the historic Winter Carnival events. So if you find yourself in Minnesota at the end of January, bring your snow gear and bundle up and join us in the festivities for Winter Carnival. I'm your host, Amber Garofalo. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Financing the American Dream.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Financing the American Dream. I've been your host, Craig Sewing. And don't forget, not only can you watch the show here, but also follow us on social at The American Dream TV. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream.
American Dream TV is a chance for America to hear from small business owners and big dreamers, local leaders and trendsetters, tastemakers and upshakers, the men and women, young and old, in every ethnicity and different perspective of this country we share. We are the American Dream TV, and together we are changing the world of television.
Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Yeah, my name is notorious, infamous, wanted man, dangerous. I'm an army, I'm a legion, I'm a ghosting, I'm a heathen.